Well, welcome back to this one club save with the Gobby Gaffer. The Gobby Gaffer, yeah, that's me. And we've only played 3 games since you were last with me, keeping it nice and tight now as we get towards the end of the season. We played 3 games, won all 3 games, and with that we have actually qualified for next season's Champions League. Let's have a quick look at the schedule and see how we've been doing. So after the reverse against Schalke, there was an international break, chucked a little friendly in there, and then we came back and played our big rival, Schalke, away from home, scraped it 1-0. It was very, very, very tight, and Liam Delap came on as a sub, scored in the 93rd minute, so we just about managed the 3 points there. The Bilbao game is worth watching actually. We beat them 2-1, only just. They scored first, but we did come back, and Liam Delap again in the 94th minute. Let's just have a quick look at that game. So we obviously went to a 2-striker system later on in that game, and both my strikers on the score sheet, 1-2-1. I don't know whether it's going to be enough because we've got Bilbao now. In today's episode, we play them away from home in the second leg. Don't know whether 2-1's going to be enough. We'll have to see. And then the last game we played was against Hoffenheim. Nice 4-1 victory in that one. It was looking a little bit iffy at one stage. We weren't fluid enough, we weren't decisive enough, but then I changed the tactics a little bit and the instructions towards the end of the game, and we bagged ourselves another 3 goals, 1-4-1. So like I say, in today's game we've got 2 very big away games, and I mean, it's not, well, as far as the Conference League goes, yes, it is going to determine our destiny this season. We have qualified for the Champions League. If we could beat Bayern Munich, then it would take us a little bit closer to them. But I have to tell you, I have no ambition to be winning the Bundesliga this season. I don't think it's going to happen. And I think Bayern will beat us away from home again. But I think Bilbao will as well. But we're going to watch those 2 games today, and you never know. As they say, football is a funny old game. And there is the email confirming that we have qualified for the Champions League for next season. And of course, with the news that we've qualified, the board have come straight in and set initial budgets. Don't really know what I'm expecting in this one. Could be high, could be low, not quite sure. But anyway, let's have a quick look, shall we? So, a wage budget of 1.4 million and a transfer budget of 52 million. Now then, that's not too shabby, is it? I think I can do some. I mean, I think the squad at the moment is looking very, very good. We've got 3 WONDERKIDS in there who are only going to get better, and I reckon I could sign a couple of really good additions for that money. Maybe we might get some sales in there as well. I don't know, but that is very, very nice. Okay, so we now move on to this really important game. Second leg against Atletico Bilbao. Remember, 2-1 up from the first leg. I'll see you in the dugout. Well, welcome to sunny Spain. And look at this. Sea of green. Absolutely beautiful. Team for today is Ramirez in goal. Let's hope I'm smiling at the end of the game. It's Ramirez in goal, back 4 of Nets, Badiashile, Itakura and Bayer. We've got Gravenberch as the DLP today, and Micha and Kone in front of him. 2 wide players of Nelson and Collado, and with Leonardo up top. And I've changed the tactics slightly. We're still doing a Gegen press, but I brought the DLP in today instead of an attacking mid, just to give us, for these next 2 games now, I want to go at teams. I'm not sitting back anymore. I think we're too good to be sitting back. We need to go at teams, but we do need to be a little bit wary at the back. So anyway, that's the team for today. And we're underway. So, aggregate score of 2-1 at the moment in our favour. Let's see what we can do. And we've actually had the early momentum in the game. We've had 2 shots, 1 on target. The momentum is with us at the moment. I'm going to give the lads a little bit of encouragement and see if that brightens them up a little bit. Half an hour in, no score. If it stays like that, I will be a happy bunny. We do get a highlight. 37 minutes in, Bilbao with the ball. Building from the back. We need to be very wary of this. Let's hope this is... yes, we've nicked the ball back. Collado, Kone, Itakura. Can we put the ball in the back of the net? No, we've given the ball away. And very, very, very slow central defensive work there. And Bilbao 1-0 ahead. So the aggregate score now is 2-2. We did have the opportunity there. We did win the ball back. But we gave them the ball and they just went down the other end and scored. Some very slow defensive work there. I think it was Itakura. Very, very slow. So we're going to say this isn't good enough. Absolutely unacceptable. And let's get into the second half. So we come back. Gravenberch. And that's in the back of the net. What a lovely goal from Badiashile. First highlight of the second half. Gravenberch puts the ball onto the near post. And it's onto Badiashile's head. And he's we did see a little bit of that quite a few games ago, but recently he's been putting them into row 6. But nice work there. So we are back in the lead, 3-2. Itakura now to Nets. One of the things that is affecting my team a little bit now is the number of games that we're playing and some very, very tired legs. And I'm trying as much as I can to play a settled team, but it's not easy at the moment. Anyway, Collado on that right-hand side. Bayer. Gravenberch. Gravenberch just gives the ball away. And that from the DLP, that is very, very poor. And I'm guessing that's going in. Yes, it is. It's back to 3-3. And Bilbao are 2-1. Oh, no. The referee. The referee's my friend today. He's found his whistle. And he's done some good rummaging there. Disallowed the goal. Very, very nice. So I think we're just going to go a little bit cautious now. Let's try and hold on to this this lead that we've got. Let's not do anything silly. I mean, you know, I did say let's not do anything silly, and I mean that was the silliest thing in the world. Oh my word. Itakura, I mean, he was at fault for the first goal as well. Right, Itakura can come off. I think it's Kramer who can play at centre back. He's having an absolute stinker. That was absolutely awful. Oh, so 2-1 at home, 2-1 away, 3-3 on aggregate. We're going to have to go attacking, I think, now. We're going to give them a shout, an encouraging shout. But we're back with another Bilbao highlight. Can we win this ball back off them? We're on a gegenpress, so we're meant to be pressing them. Ball through there. Is he going to stick that in? That rolls in the back of the net. We're now losing 3-1 on the night. And if this scoreline stays as it is, we're out of the Conference League. And this is not great, to be honest, because, to be fair, if we're going into the Champions League next season, this really should be a competition that we're looking at winning. And that was very, very poor from the centre-back and the goalkeeper. Very, very poor. Okay, 66 minutes on the clock. All my subs are made now. We've gone to 2 up top. Recently, it's worked out very nicely for us because Delap, coming on as a sub, always bangs a goal in for us. Whether he'll do it today, I don't know. Tete has come on the right side there, and Rodriguez and Nauhaus have come on in midfield. Let's hope these fresh legs can do something for us, but as it stands at the moment, it looks very much like we're going out of the Conference League, which, like I say, is not great because, to be honest, we should be winning this competition this season. And we're back with a Bilbao highlight again, so we're still not turning the screw here. Bilbao has still had the upper hand in the game, although we do pick the ball up in nets. Reece Nelson, ball forward there. Very, very poor ball again. Rodriguez back to Badiashile. I think we are beginning to show again some tired legs and some fatigue. We're just not clinical enough again. We've given the ball away. And it's 4-1 now, so we're getting absolutely battered now. There's not a lot I can do in this game to affect it now. It's I think it's gone from us. And this is a very, very poor performance going into the Bayern Munich game as well. Momentum is very important in football. There's 5 minutes of time added on. And we do get another goal there. Badiashile again rises at that near post, and it's now 5-4. I'm going to give him a real encouraging shout now. We're going to go very, very attacking for the last few minutes in this game. And it doesn't look like we are going to do. No, we're out of the Conference League, beaten 5-4 on aggregate. I'm not going to say I'm proud of your efforts. I'm going to say over the 2 legs you weren't good enough. And they are going to start getting a flea in the ear now for performances like that. We should not have lost that, I don't think. I think we were good enough to have won that game. You know, we scored 2 goals on their patch, but very poor defending. Itakura, very, very, very poor. In fact, he might be getting dropped for the next game. Not happy with him at all. So, out of Europe, the only thing we have to play for now is the league. We ain't going to win the Bundesliga. We are in the Champions League next season, but we have got Bayern Munich coming up next. And I think if my figures are working right for me, if we beat them, we could go 2 points behind them. Let's just have a quick look. And yes, my maths were right. So Bayern Munich are on top at the moment with 72 points. There's 5 games to play now, so there'll be 4 after this one. If Bayern Munich win today, which I think they will, 75 points they'll have. They'll be 8 points ahead of us. I can't see us doing it, to be honest. If we can beat them, we go 2 points behind them, and then anything's possible. But just look at their goal difference. I mean, when they they've just beaten Paderborn, I think, 8-0. I think the game before that, they scored 5. A goal difference of 79. I mean, we're not doing too bad at 35. I think, you know, if you look at the rest of the goal differences in the Bundesliga, 35, he's really, really good. And but Bayern Munich on a different level, obviously. Okay, so I need to go and have a word with the lads, particularly with Itakura. I need to get him to pull his socks up, because that performance, he actually gave 2 goals away there. And without that, we would have won that game. So probably may well get dropped. I don't know. I'm going to have words with him. But I'm going to have words with them all, because this is a big game. And if we're going to do things in this Bundesliga next season, these are the games we need to be getting some points out of. We'll see you in the dugout. Well, welcome to Munich for this top of the table clash. Can we for once beat Bayern Munich? It's a tough ask, I think. The team is Ramirez in goal, back 4 of Agu, Elvedi, Itakura and Fresneda. We have 3 in midfield, Amicha, Kone and Gravenberch is the DLP. 2 wide players, Nelson and Collado, with Delap up front. And the game has chucked me in a nice little injury just before one of the biggest games of the season. Leonardo is out injured. So as you can see, the sea of green that we had here, well, it's not there anymore. We've got 4 players who are not on green stats. I mean, is that going to affect us today? I'm guessing it probably will do, because Bayern Munich's squad will be probably twice as good and twice as deep as ours. So they'll just be able to, you know, the European games, they'll just bring people in who are probably as good. Anyway, let's see how it goes. We're playing with a Gegenpress again today with a DLP. It's a little bit tweaked on the Bilbao game. I have tweaked it a little bit to keep us a bit more defensively solid. But I do want to try and hit them on the break, and we've got the players who can put the ball in the back of the net. In fact, Delap needs to be a pressing forward. So we'll just change that before the game. We'll see you there. And we're underway, and it would be very nice if we didn't concede 2 goals in the first 10 minutes, because that's kind of what we did in the last time that we played them in the Cup. If you remember, we got knocked out of the Cup 3-2 Very close game, to be honest. Although they did look like they were, you know, a cut above us, particularly early on. But it's all Bayern Munich in the game. All the momentum's with them, even on the gegenpress. Even, you know, we've got some very, very good players in the team, but we're still a long way off Bayern Munich as far as the AI is concerned. And here we go again. We've got another passing show here from Bayern Munich. Ball there out to, no, you see, again, we've given the ball away. I really do wish that one of these games against Bayern, that the AI would just say, yeah, okay, we're going to give you a little bit of the ball in this game, but no, every time we play Bayern Munich, we just constantly give the ball away. Anyway, can we actually repel this attack? Ball is coming in there, and that's tapped in, and we're 1-0 down. So we've lasted half an hour. Not too bad, I suppose. It's very difficult in these games. I never know what to do. I've tried playing these games before. Ultra defensive. Fullbacks on defend. Everybody back. Everybody behind the ball. You get battered 5-0. I literally have no idea what to do in these games. But anyway, we're gonna step it up to attacking. We're gonna give the boys a bit of encouragement, and we're 1-0 down going into half time. Back with another Bayern highlight. If you notice, we don't really get any highlights in these games, but Bayern Munich quite capable of putting 5 or 8 goals past. There's another one. Now be on the score sheet now, 2-0. So they are now probably going to run away with the Bundesliga. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not too glum, I have to say. Normally, I would be infuriated by this kind of result. In fact, let's skip that. I don't know why we're watching that. Yeah, normally I would be infuriated. But, you know, we've come second in the Bundesliga. We're in the Champions League next season. And I've got 54 billion to spend in the transfer window. So I'm going to say, what was that? Get your act together. I don't think there's an awful lot I can do. I mean, Collado is injured. Okay, we'll bring Tete on. Delap's on a yellow card. I mean, okay. Let's bring Sanchez on. Let's not have anybody on yellow cards. And we'll bring Neuhaus on in midfield. Just freshen it up a little bit. Don't think there's an awful lot we can do in this game. Like I say, whenever my team plays Bayern Munich, the AI says, Bayern Munich, your team. And it's always the same. I'm quite used now to playing Bayern Munich, and we just give the ball away all of the time. But Tete down that right-hand side, and of course Tete gives the ball away. It's boring, it's frustrating. I wish Sports Interactive would sort this out, because I am sick and tired of watching it, and I'm sure you are. I'm sure you're sick and tired of hearing me moaning and groaning about it. But Bayern Munich in the penalty area, yeah, they're not going to give the ball away, are they? We actually do clear it. I literally don't know what to do. I mean, do I give them a demand more? I'm not sure. 2-0 down. We're not going to score 3 goals and beat them, are we? Nice header there, though. Neuhaus with the ball. Back to Gravenberch. Meacher over top for Tete. Can he put that in the back of the net? And, of course, our shot hits the top of the crossbar. I mean, the one in the first half when Denabe just drops in the net. Of course, ours doesn't. But, like I say, I'm not too worried about it. And let's just, you know, see the end of this game out. Ball there now. Neuhaus has actually been given the ball. That's a bit of a rare mistake. But, you know, no punch up front there against Bayern. And we just give the ball to their goalkeeper. I'm not really too fussed about making any more subs now. Maybe it's a bit of a defeatist attitude. But I think whatever I do against Bayern Munich, the AI will always beat me. This season anyway, and, you know, next season and the season after, I'm going to be looking for us to be, you know, doing a lot better. But Itakura, Gravenberch, Meacher's injured, Sanchez can't put the ball in the back of the net. 3 minutes of time added on, and we fall once again to Bayern Munich. Another 2-0 defeat. And I'm just going to say now, you weren't good enough, and that really makes me angry and annoyed. And there we go. So Bayern Munich with 4 games to play now. There's 12 points to play for, and we are only 8 points behind. So I think with this episode now being poised the way it is, I think I'm going to go and play Hoffenheim off camera, and then I'll come back, let you know what the score is. I think Bayern Munich, they only need really one more win, don't they? So I think it will be. I mean, there is an outside chance we could win, but it's not going to happen, is it? We'll see you very shortly. I'll just go and play this game. And I'm back. In the end, I had to play 2 extra games. Bayern Munich did in the end do the double, so they won the DFB Pokal and they won the Bundesliga. But we came a very creditable at second. We won our 2 games that I played off camera, 2 clean sheets, a 2-0 and a 5-0. So let's have a quick look at the schedule and the final standings. So yes, we have still got 2 games to play. Again, I'll play those off camera, Freiburg and Leipzig. But these are the 2 games that we played. We beat Hamburg 2-0 and Hertha Berlin 5-0. Very, very nice victory that. And the league table looks like this. Yeah, so with those 2 games left to play, Bayern Munich obviously champions, 81 points. We came second with 73 points. So we don't get any shiny silverware this season, but we are in the Champions League for next season. I am going to have to do some strengthening, and hopefully the game starts to look at us in a better light, because I mean, Bilbao, it looks like, I think from what I last saw, I think it's going to be a Bilbao-Aston Villa final in the Conference League, but I think we should have been in there. I think we should have been winning that. But anyway, that's for next season now, European football. And just before we go, this is quite an interesting graphic. So this is the spend in the Bundesliga. So Wolfsburg have made the most money out of transfers, 76 million. We are down in 14th, so we made just under a 20 million loss. Bayern are bottom of the league with a 75, nearly 76 million loss. So I think that kind of speaks volumes, doesn't it, really, that Bayern are spending lots of money. And I'm not saying beyond the means, but you know, when Wolfsburg are making 76 million profit and Bayern are making a 76 million loss, just shows the difference in the league, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm going to wrap this episode up there. There is still 2 games to play. I'll play them off camera. The next episode will have the end of season review and the summer transfer window as well. I think it's going to be quite an interesting one. I don't know whether Leonardo finished, I think, the season on about 32 goals. So I don't know whether clubs are going to be in for him. He came in as a bit of a, you know, nobody knew who he was. Scored 32 goals. Absolutely brilliant. My keeper's actually, I think he's attracting a little bit of attention now. Kone was a very regular starter for us in the last third of the season. He's worth up to 50 million. So maybe there might be 1 or 2 transfers going out. And I've got my eye on 1 or 2 other players coming in. So anyway, thanks for watching. And if you've enjoyed this episode, please give me a like. If you're new around here, subscribe and all that malarkey. And we'll see you in the next episode. And like I say, it's going to be the season review and a transfer special. So we'll see you very, very shortly.